angel, you are a shooting star. That's why you are my favorite.
It's nice to shoot for 6 months with an A-lister. And, you know. I definitely was not the type of child one would cast in a commercial or anything that you typically go out for as a young kid. Like, it didn't work out, so I ditched the commercial thing. I did this thing. I had to sing a song in a school thing. I would be the last person in the whole school to do that. That's how I met my agent. I sang a dreidel song, which is funny for me. I've never celebrated Hanukkah. I would love to. It just wasn't my upbringing. It was like a more serious dreidel song. I don't know. It's weird. Hello, everyone. So, Garrett, I met him when he was just a guy, and tonight he's like the man of the year, which is just, I'm so proud of him. So, I was given a card. All of his movies were on it, Tron and Country Strong, and he's amazing and all of that. But I met him on a movie called On the Road, and it was like the greatest experience. I think we both got a lot out of it, and I can verify that he's definitely the man. So why don't you come up and please make me stop talking? It's funny, some of my best stories, like some stories that I'm actually most proud of from film sets, from film experiences, is on that movie. I just being able to go home and be like, I broke all the blood vessels in my eyes. You know what I mean? It's like, that was cool. It was tight. It was so tight. I really liked it. It was very pretty. It was a huge deal keeping this thing shrouded. I was wearing a Volturi cape most of the time, and I hated it. You want to feel pretty on your wedding day, and every single time they call cut, someone comes and like attacks you with a Volturi cape, and you're like, where am I? I fucking love me a vampire. Taylor can dance, and he never wants to.
No,
that's
true.
See,
that is true.
he can move his hips better than I will ever dream.
That's
literally, it's crazy.
Come on, Taylor.
No, you can move.
That's not nerdy, that's awesome.
No, you see how he does it though. It's always to like. That last book is filled with BFD. You can't ever relax. There's never going to be a moment where you go, okay, well, I'm done with the birth. Awesome. I'm done with the honeymoon. Awesome. I'm done with the wedding. Great. I'm done with, saying goodbye to my dad for the last time ever. It is so ridiculously dramatic at so many points.
We had an animatronic baby for one bit.
One of my favorite parts, and then to know that you're not going to be looking at a child.
And to see literally Chucky from Child's Play.
Yeah. Chuck Esmond.
With a hand, be like,
yeah, and the guy is like sweating right below in your eye line, trying to be like,
controlling the
get
baby.
the hand up to touch your face, and then it sticks to your hair and pulls a little bit, and you're like, oh, get the thing off me! Like, give me a baby, this is ridiculous. And it had hair, and it's a newborn baby, and I know that that's in the book, and you can imagine how cool that would be. But this was my first wedding. BFD dress. Huge deal.
I think the thing that amazed me is that there's no bigger fan of Twilight than Kristen. I mean, it is. No, it's true. Like, you are. I mean, you're.
I was going like, God, I wonder how I'm going to feel. I wonder what everyone's going to be doing. I wonder who's going to be there. Typically, you do it. You're on a green screen and you're by yourself, and you're like, and give yourself a pat on the back.
I don't think Kristen would see it as nerdy, but I guess I do.
I think I'm always cool. It kills you the whole time. You're like, you're always so nervous about doing it right, and when you get to the end, you're done, and you can just walk away.
I mean, you did
feel
put
like
that
this
pressure
is
on yourself.
such a self-conscious answer, but yeah. I couldn't pick up the kids sometimes. It was just, she was like, because there were different, because we have Mackenzie Foy, who's an amazing little kid, like the coolest kid I've ever met, and smarter than me in a lot of ways. And, and then we had these other little girls that would come in to play the younger version of Mackenzie, and they're all great, awesome little kids. It's just that I couldn't really, not to have them there with you every day. I'm awkward. I can't handle that. Me and Mackenzie were awesome, but I just couldn't really deal with, I looked ridiculous. They're bigger than me in some cases. It was like I should have put her on my head or something.
I think you're talking about one kid specifically.
That was just not a good day, dude.
This girl had to run run toward Billy Burke, and instead she kept running into walls, and sort of. And so it's like, no, you've got to carry her, and of course you said, okay, I'll do it, and then she peed in you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
She peed in it.
She
now?
peed, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that, but that's
She
like the
peed
funny
against the
bit.
wall.
Right.
I was holding her, and she just, and that's fine. She was so nervous, and
Yeah.
she shouldn't have been. She was probably,
Funny.
This is probably not a great answer.
There was a
You
thing-
probably want something like, well, to do the love scene was weird because having so many people on set. My dad or something will flip on some movie that is played on TV a lot, and it's cool to like look at for 1 second, and then dude, off now, like cut it out.
I love just who you are. I ain't gonna try to change it. You are a shooting star. That's why you are my favorite.